Hi everybody, this is finally the end of the Battle of Chaeronea, or Chaeronea, as you prefer. I apologize for the glare on my plexiglass. Okay, look at this. It seems quite confusing, but actually is not. If you remember, at the beginning, the setup was here the line of the Macedonians and here the line of the Greeks. So the game just ended with a victory of the Macedonians, who eliminated a total of 100 of a total of units that total a troop quality of 105. The Greeks managed to reach turn 5, which is somehow maybe unusual for this scenario, because the Macedonians are they have the odds on their favor. Why so? Because, as I showed in the previous video, the Greeks, instead of trying to spend the first turns to rearrange their lines and to make it stronger, to bolster their position, they attacked the very end of the phalanx line. And why did they do this? First, because they wanted to break the line and isolate Alexander here, and actually, as you can see, they caused quite a bit of troubles to Alexander in this position. And because there is a special rule in the battles of Alexander, and basically is that if you attack a phalanx unit, you get a shift of one left if you get a shift of to the left on the shock combat result table for every phalanx unit that is adjacent to the unit that you're attacking. So the best way was for the Greeks to attack the unit position in the phalanx that was weaker in the line. On top of this, you gotta also consider the fact that phalanx units and heavy infantry hoplites, so double units, don't rout immediately unless there is an attacker advantage in terms of position. So what happens is that when you reach the limits of the troop quality points, you roll, adding to the die roll the difference between the hits received and the troop quality, and if that die roll is higher than the troop quality, then the unit routes. And this makes somehow difficult for double units to rout, and you can see that double units are the bulk of the units in this scenario, and gives this sense, this idea of these strong ancient men fighting and never giving up in their fights, you know, able to stand there until they don't break. So on the left, you see that Philip didn't actually get in much trouble, and having a command range of 12, what he did was to unstack the phalanx units, because double depth phalanx units cannot pivot, and so that limits their strategical movements. And what he did, you see that here there are no Greeks unit left. He managed to basically to flank them, and while the Greeks isolated Alexander here, on the other hand, the Macedonians managed to flank the Greeks on this side. So basically what happened is that Greeks managed to delay their defeat, and as you can see, they managed to eliminate quite a fairly nice number of units, of Macedonian units. So this is it. The battle, I guess I tried a nice option. I don't think that Greeks really stand a chance here, but as you can see here, there were several routed units, and the Macedonians managed to get a victory thanks to this unit. I don't remember now exactly which unit, but basically they attacked a routed unit here which didn't pass the troop quality check that when the unit is routed is 1. So it was automatically eliminated. You know, in this game you go back and forth from the map to the charts here, but this is the beauty of the game. As I said, you get this feeling of units standing almost beyond their limits, and strategical movement is extremely important because having an advantage in position gives you a bonus in terms of hits that are inflicted to the defendant unit. I'm gonna next, I guess I'm gonna shoot either something on SPQR or probably some other less famous games of the great battles of history, just to give an idea of the varieties of options and of scenarios that you have, despite the fact that the bulk of the rules stay the same. In this case, I think that against the Macedonian phalanx there is not so much to do, but actually trying to attack as much as possible. Let's say that here Alexander got lucky in managing to rally a few units, and probably if he wasn't that lucky also in managing to trump a momentum, it's possible that the Greeks would have made it into another turn. Anyway, this was nice playing as usual, it was nice shooting this video. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much for watching.